Negative self-talk is something that we all experience, yet few of us understand its true power and spiritual consequences. It might seem like a harmless habit, something we do out of frustration, stress, or even self-doubt. But what if I told you that these seemingly small inner criticisms are shaping your energy, your perception, and your reality in ways that go far beyond the mental plane? The nature of our thoughts is so powerful that they can influence the very fabric of our being, and the subtle undercurrents of negative self-talk can trap us in cycles of pain. What exactly happens when we engage in negative self-talk? How does it affect us spiritually, and why is it so important to address? These are questions that have occupied spiritual traditions and esoteric wisdom for millennia. And in today's video, we will uncover the profound truth behind the dangers of negative self-talk. We will explore the ancient teachings that warn of the destructive effects of toxic thoughts, delve into the mechanics of energy and how self-talk impacts our vibrational frequency, and provide practical techniques for transforming your inner dialogue. Together, we will unlock the keys to healing, empowerment, and spiritual growth. By the end of this video, you will not only have a deeper understanding of the unseen forces at play within your own mind, but you will also have actionable steps you can begin implementing immediately. Loving and spiritually aligned thought pattern. In many ancient spiritual traditions, the mind has been recognized as a powerful force that shapes both our inner and outer worlds. The Buddha spoke of the mind as the forerunner of all things, a concept that emphasizes the power of thoughts in creating the reality we experience. Similarly, in Hermetic teachings, the principle of mentalism asserts that the all is mind, meaning that the universe itself is a mental construct. In these systems of thought, the mind is not merely a passive receiver of external stimuli, but an active creator of experiences and outcomes. Negative self-talk, then, can be seen as a form of mental misalignment, a deviation from our true essence and connection to the divine. In the Hermetic tradition, we are taught to know thyself and to understand the relationship between our inner world and the cosmos. Negative thoughts are seen as distortions in our consciousness, pulling us away from our true spiritual nature and preventing us from aligning with the higher laws of the universe. In the teachings of the great mystics, such as Rumi, we are reminded that our thoughts create the path we walk. When we entertain negative thoughts, we walk a path of suffering, whereas positive, loving thoughts guide us to enlightenment. The ancient texts of the Upanishads and Tao Te Ching also emphasize the importance of mastering the mind, as it is the source of both our liberation and our bondage. Through this lens, we begin to see that negative self-talk is not a simple mental habit. It is a spiritual illness that disconnects us from the higher truth of our existence. The first step in spiritual awakening is the realization that our thoughts can either bind us to the material world or liberate us to experience the divine. This understanding is central to the practices of energy healing, meditation, and self-inquiry that have been passed down through generations. At its core, negative self-talk is a form of self-sabotage, a mental program that repeats over and over, shaping our self-image and creating energetic blockages within our system. But how exactly does it work? Let us start by examining the energetic nature of thoughts. According to esoteric traditions, everything in the universe is energy, including our thoughts. Each thought carries a vibration, a frequency, that either elevates or lowers our state of being. Negative thoughts, particularly those related to self-worth, carry a low vibrational frequency that can wreak havoc on our energy field. These low vibrations attract more of the same energy, creating a cycle of negativity that is hard to escape from. Imagine your thoughts as tiny ripples in the vast ocean of consciousness. When you think positively, you send out ripples of light and love that ripple outward and return to you in the form of blessings, opportunities, and peace. But when you think negatively, You create ripples of darkness and fear that return to you in the form of doubt, anxiety, and even illness. This process is governed by the law of attraction, the principle that like attracts like. The more you engage in negative self-talk, the more you attract experiences and situations that reinforce your self-doubt and insecurities. Over time, this creates a powerful feedback loop that becomes ingrained in your psyche. In this way, negative thoughts are not just fleeting mental chatter. They are shaping your reality in profound and lasting ways. Now, let us explore the deeper spiritual consequences of negative self-talk. At the heart of every negative thought is a core belief, a belief about who you are, your worth, and your place in the universe. These beliefs, often formed early in life, become the lens through which you perceive yourself and the world around you. When you repeatedly tell yourself that you are not good enough, unworthy of love, or incapable of success, you are reinforcing these limiting beliefs. These beliefs are like chains that bind you to a false version of yourself, preventing you from stepping into your true potential. Negative self-talk keeps you trapped in a cycle of fear and self-doubt, never allowing you to break free and experience the fullness of your divine nature. But the key to liberation lies within you. The moment you become aware of these limiting beliefs, you begin the process of spiritual awakening. You are no longer identified with the false self that negative self-talk has created. You are the observer, the witness, and you have the power to change the narrative. By shifting your thoughts, you begin to shift your energy, and as you elevate your energy, you align with your higher self and your true purpose. It is in this moment of realization that the transformation begins. You are no longer a prisoner to your own mind, but a sovereign being, free to create a new reality, a reality that aligns with love, abundance, and spiritual wisdom. Now that we have explored the depth of negative self-talk and its spiritual consequences, let us turn our attention to practical, actionable steps you can take to break free from this cycle and transform your inner dialogue into one of empowerment, self-love, and spiritual growth. These techniques, rooted in both ancient wisdom and modern practices, will help you heal the wounds caused by negative thinking and align yourself with higher states of consciousness. 1. Mindfulness and awareness. The first step in transforming negative self-talk is to become aware of it. This might sound simple, but in practice it requires discipline. Our negative thoughts often run in the background, like a continuous loop, unnoticed and unchecked. You cannot change what you are not aware of. To begin, commit to daily mindfulness practice. Set aside a few minutes each day to sit in silence and observe your thoughts without judgment. Notice when negative self-talk arises. Is it triggered by a specific situation? Is it related to a particular fear or insecurity? Simply observing your thoughts in this way creates the space needed for transformation. You can also practice mindfulness throughout the day by paying attention to moments when your thoughts veer into negativity. When you catch yourself criticizing or doubting yourself, pause, take a deep breath, and gently redirect your attention to the present moment. By developing this habit of awareness, you will start to catch negative thought patterns as they arise and neutralize their impact before they can take root. 2. Reframe negative thoughts with affirmations. Once you become aware of negative self-talk, you can start to reframe these thoughts with positive, empowering affirmations. The key here is not to suppress or deny your feelings, but to consciously choose to replace the destructive thought with a more constructive one. For example, when the thought, "I'm not good enough," arises, replace it with, "I am worthy of love and success in all areas of my life." When you think, "I always fail," replace it with, "Every experience is an opportunity for growth, and I learn from every challenge." The more you practice this, the easier it becomes to shift your inner narrative. Affirmations work because they speak directly to the subconscious mind, which is the realm where your negative self-talk resides. By consistently repeating positive affirmations, you begin to overwrite the old, limiting beliefs with new, empowering truths. Over time, this process will gradually shift the balance of your inner dialogue, allowing you to align with a more loving and empowering frequency. 3. Energy clearing practices. Negative self-talk not only impacts the mind, but also creates energetic blockages within your aura and energy field. To clear these blockages, you can engage in energy clearing practices such as Reiki, chakra healing, or simply working with the breath. One powerful technique is to visualize a cleansing light entering your body, starting from your crown and moving down through your chakras, clearing away all negativity, doubt, and fear. As the light flows through your body, see it dissolving any heavy or dense energy, leaving you feeling lighter, more vibrant, and at peace. You can also use sound healing to clear negative energy. For example, the use of Tibetan singing bowls or tuning forks can help restore balance to the energy field and encourage the flow of positive energy throughout the body. These vibrations can counteract the dense energy created by negative self-talk and create space for more positive and empowering thoughts to arise. 4. Shadow work and self-compassion. As we discussed earlier, negative self-talk is often rooted in the shadow self, the parts of us that are repressed or denied. To truly heal and transform this destructive inner dialogue, we must engage in shadow work. Shadow work involves acknowledging and integrating the hidden aspects of ourselves, especially those parts that we find uncomfortable or unpleasant. Begin by journaling about the aspects of yourself you tend to criticize or reject. Write about your fears, your insecurities, and the stories you tell yourself about why you are not enough. Through this process, approach yourself with compassion and curiosity. Understand that these parts of you were born from pain, fear, or unmet needs. They are not your true essence, but rather temporary constructs created by past experiences. By shining the light of awareness on these shadows and embracing them with love and understanding, you can begin to dissolve their negative influence. Remember, true transformation happens when we stop fighting against ourselves and instead choose to accept all parts of our being. In this space of radical self-compassion, the grip of negative self-talk loosens and you reclaim your inner power. 5. Seek external guidance and support. There is no shame in seeking guidance when we are struggling with our inner battles. In fact, many of the world's greatest spiritual masters, from Buddha to Jesus to mystics throughout history, sought guidance and mentorship on their paths. If negative self-talk is deeply ingrained in your psyche, it can be incredibly helpful to work with a spiritual teacher, therapist, or energy healer who can guide you through this process of inner healing. An experienced teacher can help you navigate the deeper layers of your consciousness, offering tools and wisdom that you might not have discovered on your own. They can also provide a safe space for you to process your emotions, heal your wounds, and realign with your higher self. 6. Create a sacred space for personal reflection. Having a designated space for reflection and meditation can be a powerful tool in your transformation process. This space acts as a sanctuary where you can connect with your inner self without distraction. Here you can practice the techniques we've discussed, such as mindfulness, affirmations, energy clearing, and shadow work. Consider adding spiritual symbols or objects to your sacred space, such as crystals, candles, or incense, to help you cultivate an atmosphere of healing and transformation. As you sit in this space, remind yourself that you are not your negative thoughts. You are the observer, the conscious presence that can choose to release them. 7. Consistency and patience. Lastly, remember that transformation takes time. You will not eradicate negative self-talk overnight, and there will be moments when you feel like you've taken 2 steps forward and 1 step back. But the key is to be consistent and patient with yourself. As you implement these practices into your daily life, trust that you are making progress, even if it doesn't always feel that way. Your spiritual growth is not linear, and each step you take is a powerful act of self-liberation. In time, you will notice that the negative self-talk becomes quieter, and the voice of your higher self becomes louder. With this shift, you will experience a profound sense of peace, clarity, and empowerment, allowing you to navigate the world with greater ease and grace. As we come to the end of our exploration into the spiritual dangers of negative self-talk, let us reflect on the key insights we have uncovered. Negative self-talk, though often dismissed as a mere habit of the mind, is a profound force that can undermine our spiritual well-being, drain our energy, and keep us trapped in cycles of self-doubt and limitation. But the power to transform this internal dialogue lies within you. By cultivating awareness, reframing negative thoughts, and embracing practices like mindfulness, affirmation, and shadow work, you can begin to heal the wounds that sustain this destructive cycle. The ancient wisdom we've explored today reminds us that our thoughts are not just fleeting mental patterns. They are energy, they shape our reality, and they influence the world around us. The moment you shift your inner dialogue, you begin to shift your energy, and this has a ripple effect that touches every area of your life. Now, I invite you to take the knowledge you've gained today and put it into practice. Reflect on your own patterns of negative self-talk. Begin to observe them without judgment and reframe them with loving affirmations. Clear your energy field, engage in self-compassion, and make space for healing. Remember, spiritual growth is not about perfection, but about the willingness to evolve, to confront your inner shadows, and to choose a higher path. Every moment is an opportunity to create a new, empowering inner narrative, one that aligns you with your true, limitless potential. As you continue on your journey, know that you are not alone. The wisdom of the ancients, the power of your own consciousness, and the support of those who walk this path alongside you are all available to guide you. So, take a deep breath, center yourself, and embark on this transformative journey, for the greatest power lies in the stories we tell ourselves. If you found value in this exploration, I encourage you to subscribe and continue to dive deeper into the mysteries of existence, spiritual growth, and self-realization. Together, we will unlock the secrets that have been hidden for millennia, and together, we will awaken to the truth of who we truly are. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and may your thoughts always be a reflection of the divine wisdom within you. Now, take a moment to reflect on what you've learned. Which technique resonated with you the most? How will you begin to transform your own inner dialogue? Share your thoughts in the comments below and join the conversation. Let's continue to grow together.